guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Juliana Yakubov. In today's video, we're going to be talking about dealing with bullies. Okay guys, and before we start this video, if you at least found 5% of value in this video, please like and show support.
Oh, ow.
Are you okay?
Ow, my knee.
Bloopers. Don't worry, she's all good.
This is a real one. Subscribe. Ding.
What she said. Okay guys, so this video is split into 3 important sections of really how to deal with bullies. So the first section is going to be called Tell a Trusted Adult or Parent. The second section is going to be called Working on Yourself. And the third section is going to be called Make Your Bully into a Friend. Okay, so our first topic we're going to be talking about is Tell a Trusted Adult / Parent. So first of all, before you do anything, why do we need to do this? Well, we need to do this because they are older, they are wiser. They could give you some tips if you just tell them. And they might even have seen bullying in their school back in the day, or even experienced it too, since they lived longer than you. And their tips can be one of the best. Sometimes your parents can call the school and inform that you are getting bullied and that this is not okay. And they can also call the bully's parents and have a little chat with them. So if you're in the beginning, it's going to be easier because you technically haven't even started being bullied yet. But if you are in the middle of it, it's not impossible to stop it, but it's going to be definitely harder because the kid is already used to bullying you and you are okay with that. That's what you're showing them. And that's moving on to our next topic, which is going to be working on yourself. So in 3 different ways: mentally, physically, and socially. Okay, so first we are going to be doing mentally. So just remind yourself often that you are enough. You cannot expect always a lot from you because you're an average human being on earth. So if someone says, "Oh my God, you're so stupid," ignore them. Don't let them get to you. Just make sure you know yourself and you're happy with yourself. So if you do not like yourself, it's going to be this easy for others to not like you. So first, you gotta focus on yourself and love yourself. So the next example of working on yourself is going to be physically, like defending yourself. Okay, so for example, I go to karate and I might be skinny, but I know how to fight. So I'm not saying I'm gonna kick everyone who gives me dirty looks, but I'm ready to defend myself if I have to. And another example of physically working on yourself is working out. So some of us do, some of us don't. But I have a good example. So my brother, every morning he wakes up, he makes his bed, the usual stuff. But then he goes on the floor and does push-ups. I think he does about 15 good push-ups each day in the morning. And my dad does it with him and coaches him through that every single day. Since my brother doesn't want to get bullied, this is why he's doing this. He really wants to become stronger and bigger. Okay guys, and the final example of working on yourself is going to be socially. So this one is actually uncommon, so let's get to it. Okay, so if you are an extrovert, you have so many connections. You know how to talk to people. You can stand up for yourself. You're not afraid to make new friends. And if you're an introvert, then you are more like shy and secretive. So that's okay, but when it comes to bullying, you have to be knowing how to stand up for yourself and talking back to them. Because if you cannot talk back to them, if you can't do anything about it, you know what they're just gonna do? Keep bullying you. They're going to push you around. They think you don't care because you're not saying anything about it. You're not complaining. Why should I stop? That's what they're thinking. And I have 2 tips for you if you're an introvert and you want to learn how to stand up for yourself to others. Okay, so my first tip is going to be brave and push through. Don't be afraid of anything. Okay, and the second tip is just the most important one. Be yourself. You can't act to be someone you're not. Okay guys, so moving on to the third and last topic of this whole video is going to be make a bully a friend. Not a best friend, just not an enemy friend. Okay, so this one seems a little funky because aren't we supposed to be avoiding it? Kind of, yeah. But a good idea to make a bully not hate you and threaten you all the time you guys walk by is maybe find a thing he needs help on. Okay, so let's say there's a big math test coming up and it's worth 50% of your grade. The bully is not good at math at all. And you come over to him and say, hey, I know you are not very good at math and this math test is pretty big. Do you want help or something like that? He's like, and he will probably be like, oh, I've got no choice, I guess, sure. And when you're helping him, he'll kind of be confused, puzzled, but also he'll be surprised because, like, wait, I was bullying him and he's helping me. Why is it like that? And he might not do it right away, but he's going to feel guilty about himself. That's with most bullies, actually. Okay, so the next idea might be a little bit still silly, but let's say the bully really likes Milky Way chocolate, and he always has them. So you can find out when his birthday is and get him a few Milky Way bars and say, here, this is for you. Happy birthday. I heard you like Milky Way chocolates a lot, so here you go. And he's gonna say, oh, thanks. And believe it or not, the next day he might actually be nicer to you. He'll say, hey, yo, what's up? Or say hi to you in the hallways. That's already a good sign. You guys aren't best friends, but you're definitely not enemies now. And that is your goal. And now I will review everything what we have learned. So the first thing we learned is about telling a trusted adult to help you out or give you some tips for bullying, which is going to be probably very helpful if you try it. And the second tip is going to be working on yourself. You can't always depend on others for answers. You also gotta think and research. And the third one is, of course, a little funky, but it's make a bully a friend. And sometimes it will work. Okay guys, we have time for a quote. Okay guys, so the quote is, okay, so when you stand up for something, stand up all the way, not halfway. So what this quote is saying is a short and sweet answer. It's just you have to go all in for whatever it is and not start to back down. Because if you only go halfway, you're not gonna be good. Okay guys, so before we end, I just want to say that you guys have to be kind to yourself. You guys have to respect yourself, self-esteem. And you guys have to love yourself, because when you don't love yourself, you become very miserable and unhappy, really. Okay guys, so that'll be it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you like, subscribe, and share to your friends, and tell them that you could stop bullying right now just if you try at least one of the 3 options I gave you. Trust an adult, work on yourself, or make a bully a friend. That one is still a little weird to me, but I think you got it. Okay guys, bye!